I'm gonna give you 5 different things to do today, but the one that could triple your business is gonna take 5 seconds.
You see, Alex just shared some of the most valuable insight on how he actually goes about scaling real businesses. Now, this is over an hour worth of conversation with Masad. And a lot of the things he shared here are things he has never broken down in public before. Now, here's the problem. A lot of people watch this video and still miss the most important advice he shared here. So I'm making this video to break down some of the most valuable marketing advice Alex shared. And more importantly, I want to show you how to apply this to real everyday businesses. Does that sound like something you'd like to watch? Let's jump right into it.
I wonder if we can put Hormozi bot
In a funnel. See, that would be a very valuable thing. If you had a bot that could crawl a funnel and then make suggestions, it takes a picture of each page.
Yeah, exactly.
And then just doodles. And then just says like, I think you have an offer issue here. And it could crawl your ads library page and the hooks are off here, or the hook isn't congruent with the headline. There's all these different check marks that you have to go through.
I wonder if we collaborate with you to have like a funnel scan.
Yeah, that would be cool. It'd be an incredible lead magnet.
This right here is the sole reason why I'm so obsessed with backend systems. Now, everybody I know, business owners, all they want is cheap leads. Meanwhile, there's a big hole in their landing page. And with what Alex is saying here, you have an AI agent that scans through your entire landing page, takes screenshots of the important details, tell you, hey, change your offer here, change the headline, maybe you need to tighten up your body copy. Because if you have a tool like this, man, it will significantly uptick your entire conversion rate. And we do this in our agency, just so you know. Although our AI agent doesn't go and scan through your landing page, what we do is that we take the text, paste it into the AI agent, and let it do its thing. And exactly as Alex said, it will give you its suggestions on what to change, how you should go about it. So it's not just like, hey, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to do to make it a lot better. And you know what? Let me show you exactly how that works. And if you see here, I have a landing page for you to review. And then, the guy who owns this, his name is Jonathan, is one of the best copywriter that I know. So I'm just going to copy the headline and just paste it there. And that landing page was just a test landing page. And I'll just say, hey, here's the headline. And I paste it there. And just watch what it's going to do, right? Take a few minutes, but it's going to pop out in a minute. Now, here's the feedback the AI agent is giving me. It says, make the outcome more concrete and emotionally specific. So we can look at this. It says, hey, add a little more info. Like example is without giving up your social event. So what this would mean is, hey, take back control of your drinking in 8 weeks without giving up social events. Now, here's another one. Reduce friction caused by question format. Now, this is a really good one. And what he's telling us here is that instead of a question-based headline, we want this to be a statement instead. Because if the answer is no, they're off already. We just disqualified a lot of people if we give them the option to say no. And this goes on. And we can take the sub-headline, right? Just take the sub-headline and paste into this and watch what it's going to give to us. Now, I've gone ahead to do that. And see, it's telling us, hey, sharpen the identity call out to increase self-selection, because what we did here was just help busy leaders, entrepreneurs, and high performers drink less. And look at this, it's saying, hey, be more specific, right? You might narrow or humanize the identity so it feels lived in. Leaders and entrepreneurs who can't afford to lose their edge, because remember, they are in top positions where they have to make decisions in real time. They can't afford to mess up. Now, these are just things that it gives you suggestion on how to make your copy really tight. And I can't tell you how huge this AI agent has been in our agency. It's like level up our copy. And this right here works 100%. Let's check out the second one.
Can you introduce the 100 million money model?
Yeah.
It looks very simple. Why aren't more people doing it?
I think it takes skill. I mean, I think it just takes almost as much skill as, probably less skill than building a product that goes viral, but it takes some skill. And so fundamentally, I call it client financed acquisition, but basically it's that one customer comes embedded within it enough gross profit to pay for that customer, the cost of delivering to that customer, so CAC plus COGS, and CAC plus COGS on the next customer. If you can accomplish that, then, and within a 30-day cycle, then almost all businesses have interest-free cash available for them on a 30-day timeline, which is why I pick 30 days. Now, if you can get interest-free cash on a 90-day timeline or a 60-day timeline, then you could expand that same concept.
So guys, this is the entire game. A lot of business say that they want to scale, but if every new customer costs you money upfront, you would choke before you grow. And this is why a lot of people that I know, what they do instead is that they blame the rising cost of ads as the reason why they're not acquiring customer the way Alex is describing. Let me tell you something. I've been in this business for about 9 years now, and I'm going to tell you this, that's not true. Because one universal law in marketing is this: the ad cost is always going to go up, especially when you're spending a lot of money to get new customer, like when you're scaling your business. But the truth remains this: if your offer is tightened up, is done in a proper way, you are going to get a significant result where each customer you bring in will pay for itself and pay for the next one. Because here's the thing, scaling is not really about spending a lot of money or just spending money as the case is. It's about getting paid faster. And using a system, this is going to guarantee that you'll have that. This is really, really good advice. Let's check out the next one.
So we found this out when we did a big data analysis at Gym Launch, which is obviously B2B and higher ticket, but I still think that psychology works the same way. So we looked at all the LTV of all different customer segments across different service categories that we had. And the second highest LTV, the first highest is the most expensive thing of the best avatar. I'm sure that was number one. But number two was the one that was super surprising me. It was very close to that one. And it was a significantly lower price point, but the churn was almost nothing. And what it was customers who had been proactively downsold. So not somebody who's going to cancel and then we say at that point, hey, let's downsell you because you're about to leave. But instead someone that you saw that they were not using the complete feature set, that there was a different service category that matched their exact usage case that cost less. And so our team reaching out and saying, hey, you're not using this element of the service. We have another service category or tier that literally is 100% of what you're currently doing. If you want, I can go ahead and switch you to that. People were so like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, it generates such goodwill.
Yeah, and then they just stuck.
Now, this is new to me, and I've spent years, growing and scaling businesses, and not for once have I ever thought about this. So, and the fact that I'm finding out that this actually increases LTV, now that's wild. This is definitely something that I would love to try out. All right, let's check out the next one.
ACQ AI, acquisition AI. You essentially, the way I understand it is you embodied your knowledge into a system that people can go and talk to. You're scaling yourself in a way. Talk to me about that.
A normal user would come in and say, okay, I'm going to talk to Alex AI, for example. It's ACQ AI. And say, what should I do with my business? Well, if you were to ask me in the real life, I would say, I don't know anything about your business. So I can't answer that question. And so I wanted to make sure that it would always ask questions prior to answering. And so it's a very question-driven AI in terms of how we built it. We did a ton of QA on it. But the first thing we're gonna get is all the context around the business first. After that, then we're gonna get context relative to whatever the original question the person's asking is. And then in terms of where it gets the answer set from, it literally searches in sequence. It goes through all books, and then it goes through all playbooks, and then it goes through the notes. Now the notes are proprietary. Like no one has access to those. And it's basically all the consultations that I did over the last 2 years purposely to train it.
Okay.
And I have, taken businesses from, commercial refrigeration to a YouTube creator, to a, school community owner, to, an AI company, right? Like everything under the sun in terms of what those consultations were about. And patterns do start to emerge, obviously, the same way that you get good at doing anything. Like you see it enough to, oh, this is another one of these. And well, this probably has 2 of these 3 problems. Okay, let's fix it this way. And so as a result, it started getting really, really good. And so the feedback, honestly, I was very pleasantly surprised. Like we put a lot of work into it, but you never really know. Yeah. But our usage has remained the same since launch.
Yeah, I couldn't sign up because it was still overloaded, I think. Yeah.
So guys, let me give just one thing that you want to take away from this entire video. Let it be this, because your biggest competitive advantage isn't really about the AI tool that you use. It's the data you already have. You see, the future of marketing is hyper-personalization. We're moving into the world where every email, every text, every follow-up feels like it's written for just one person. And most business owners, when I tell them this, they're like, no, we don't want to put this in our system and whatnot. Why? they say it sounds generic, it doesn't feel like us, or it loses the brand's voice. But let me tell you something. This is not an AI problem. It's a data problem. And the good news is this: you already have the data to train your AI to be so good that it can come up with every single kind of information you needed to come up with. What are those data? Your sales call transcript, the DM conversations, the email replies, the client notes, and even your past content. These informations are valuable because it's not in the internet, it is proprietary data. That data and communications that are sent to you, hand delivered to you by the customer itself. What that's going to do for you is going to help your messaging hit the right point you want to send across. So here's how you could use something like this to generate something out of your business. This is something we already do in our agency. It goes like this: take 5 to 10 sales call scripts. And this sales call script has to be coming from your best customers. These are conversations that they've had with the sales team before they paid for the course. So you won't compile this transcript. Upload them into a custom GTP and then ask it basic questions. Who are these people? What do they want? What language do they use to describe their struggle? What objections comes up always on that call? What are the influencers that they follow to? Who do they listen to? What kind of books do they read? Where do they hang out in social media? Are they on Facebook groups? What kind of Facebook group? All this information, the AI will be able to pull all that data from the sales transcript and get really, really, really good in understanding who your audience is. So when you're done with all of this, you have a perfect picture of your ideal client. And the insight you gather from this will form the foundation for everything else you do online. So for example, once you get that data, you can use it to write ads. You can use it to write your landing page copy, your email, your SMS. And because you're using those kind of data, when you prompt your AI to give you landing page copy, guess what? It's always going to look back to that database, that one that only you have, and generate your landing page script. And guess what that script is going to be like? It's going to be hyper-personalized. When your prospect reads it, it'll feel like though this exact messaging, the headline, is written just for you. And that's it. I hope you like this video. I mean, this is something I'm just doing for the first time, so I don't know if that will resonate with you. If it does, please do smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. And if you'd love us to help you scale your business, like really grow it, then click the link in the description. Fill out the form and we'll be happy to jump on a call with you, get to know your business. Hey, see, we're going to tell you, if it's not possible for us to work with you, we're going to tell you on the call. So there's no pressure at all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.